You guys asked for it. So here we are. 5 ways of controlling your large appetite. Let me know what you want me to cover next, and let's get started. So the first thing that I would seriously advise you to do is to start fasting on a daily basis. Fasting is a time-tested strategy that is known to reduce your appetite. When you do it for a long period of time, eventually you no longer crave breakfast, lunch, or even little snacks in between. This is probably the most powerful thing that you can do. And even in the event where it does not suppress your appetite that much, it's still convenient in the sense that it'll be harder to get a large amount of calories at the end of the day. If you're only eating 1 or 2 meals, it makes sense that your surplus won't be as high, or even at a surplus at all. So I recommend that you fast at least 16 hours a day. That's a bare minimum. But ideally, it should be more. A 20-hour fast, that's very, very powerful. And if you really got balls, you could do a 23-hour fast with a 1-hour eating window. Now, I know this sounds crazy to some of you guys because you have large appetites, right? And you're like, what? You tell me to fast now? Like, I won't even be able to go a few hours without food. That's the problem. You're a food addict. And you haven't taught your system yet to say, hey, I'm going to back off a little bit. Just like in my last video when I discussed the fact that when you have your breakfast and it kickstarts a day and all these multiple meals, it's the same thing with the fasting. If you do it long enough, you no longer crave these foods, and you can go a long time without eating. In fact, you can actually go more than 24 hours. I'm not going to discuss that in this particular video, but if you were to do 48-hour fast or 72-hour fast, and then resume a normal eating schedule, guess what? You're not going to be eating multiple big meals a day, okay? Your appetite will be lowered so much that it'll be insane. As a side bonus, I don't know if this is 100% correct, people say that fasting increases your metabolism. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, hey, that's always a benefit, right? So fasting is the number one way of reducing your appetite. The next thing that I would strongly recommend is to have more vegetables than what's actually on your plate. More vegetables in the main meal, that is, okay? All those fibers, all that food that's going to be in your gut, man, you're going to be so freaking full that you're going to eat less naturally. My advice, have veggies before your meal, during your meal, and after your meal. That's like the most extreme case possible. If you're just someone who has a decently large appetite and you find that it's being reduced with the fasting and all that, then you can just have it with your meal. But the way I want you to see food is not, all right, I'm going to have my meal with veggies on the side. That's how skinny guys need to be seeing it. No, for you it has to be, I'm going to have my veggies with the meal on the side. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of having, pasta with veggies, it's no, veggies with pasta. You see how that plays out? So start having a large amount of veggies at every opportunity. Make it more than the main meal itself because you'll be eating a lot of it. And at the end of the day, you're not going to get as many calories, especially if you're doing 1 or 2 meals a day. All right? It's just the way it is. The next thing that I would strongly recommend is a high-protein diet. Thermic effect of food, man. You are naturally going to get more full when you have foods that are high in protein. It's just more satiating. When you're having empty calories all day, you can have that no problem. Have a bag of chips. How full do you feel after that? Not full at all. Maybe your taste buds are a little bit like, you don't want any more. But a few hours later, hell, even 1 or 2 hours later, you're ready to go all out. But that bag of chips, man, empty calories. So you need to be following a whole food diet primarily that is also high protein. On an omnivorous diet, this is extremely easy. Just have a lot of meat, and you're going to be covered right off the bat. You could lower the carbs a little bit. I don't like super low carb. I just feel that your explosiveness in the gym will not be as good there, but you can dial back the carbs a little bit, increase the protein, okay? And you will get more full this way, as opposed to just having large amounts of fatty sauces and empty calories, especially things like white rice or pasta where you can have a large amount of it. I would reduce that, swap it out for things like sweet potatoes and stuff like that. It's essentially just eating clean. If you're going to have carbohydrates, always make it a clean source and make it as full as possible, like brown rice as opposed to white rice. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little pro tip. Whole food diet, 100%. Stop with the little snacks here and there that just makes you hungrier. Never have empty calorie foods. If you're following a plant-based diet, this is very easy to do. Just beans, man. Beans. You can't eat so much of it, all right? Now, of course, you're going to get a large amount of carbs from it too, but that's not a problem. When I say that you want more protein-rich foods, that's all I'm implying here, all right? Find foods that have a higher protein intake, whole foods that is, and you will get more full from that, okay? Whole foods. If you have protein shakes, it's not the same thing. My fourth tip is that when you're feeling hungry, you have those little urges, right? This is where you have 0-calorie beverages, all right? That's where things like black coffee come into play, or teas. This will suppress your appetite. Black coffee has been known to do this for a long time now. So you're feeling hungry, you're fasting, have some black coffee. Or have yourself a nice tea, relax, done deal. Or if that's not working or you want to spice it up even more, make yourself a drink that's not really that tasty. My advice, apple cider vinegar mixed with water. Take like a few tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, mix it up. Maybe add some disgusting herbs in there that you know are good for you, but you don't really like the taste. Drink it up, you're good to go. When you eat something gross like that, it's like, you don't want to eat anymore. So in the event where you do have those little urges, you replace the meal or the snack for a 0-calorie beverage. And usually that's going to be black coffee or some type of tea. All right? My final piece of advice is to be busy. When you're busy, you forget to eat. This is the main reason why so many gamers are skinny as hell. They skip meals. They forget to eat because they're gaming all day. In the mind of a gamer, you can easily go 5+ hours without doing anything. You can have a little glass of water next to you and you're fine. You get so absorbed. It's like an out-of-body experience, you know what I'm saying? So you forget to eat. And the same thing can be done if you're overweight or you're someone with a large appetite. I don't care who you are. If you're busy, food is not the number one thing on your mind. And I believe there have been studies done on this too, where they used people who were playing Tetris and they made them eat and it just cut their appetite. Now that's, I'm sure a lot of you guys don't want to play that game. So play something else. Or don't play at all. Just be busy. Read a book. You feel hungry? All right, screw the food. I'm going to read for an hour. You'll find that once you're absorbed in that book and you're reading it, it's like you don't want to eat after that. Or you're feeling hungry? Okay, watch a seminar. Have a glass of water with it. You know what I'm saying? Work harder. Just be freaking busy. And when you're busy, this will make you a more productive man, increase your discipline, and it's just a way to go. And also, I want to mention that you should have willpower during this entire process, all right? It's possible that when you combine all these strategies, it will help, but not like to a significant extent. There are some people who just, they're bottomless pits. You can't really help them in that sense. In that case, man, you're just going to have some willpower. You feel like eating some junk, don't have it. Don't have it in the house. You feel like eating extra, don't do it, man. Or just double everything that I'm telling you to do. Like I said, though, the main thing is going to be the fasting and having all those veggies. If you take care of that, most of your issues should be resolved. That's really all there is to it. 5 simple strategies that do work. Let me know if you want me to cover this again. I got all kinds of ideas. People who have small appetites, large appetites. I mean, I can make some videos. So let me know what you want to see next, and I really hope this helps you out. So give me your feedback, and I'll talk to you all next time.